Perfect. Okay, so today's whole entire training is about how to create interactive Google Slides with and put it in Canvas for your students. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the worksheet I started with, and I'm going to show you the finished product first. And then I'm going to show you how to create one pretty easily with two things, Canva and Google Slides. So this is the subtraction worksheet that we might give our students. And I created it in Canva and in Google Slides. And when my students click load this in a new tab, this is what the interactive slide looks like. So it gives them the directions, and then when they move to the next slide, the subtraction problem is there. So it's before the post office opened on Monday morning, there were 80 packs of stamps. At the end of the day, there were 53 packs of stamps. How many packs of stamps were sold on Monday? So they can type in here 80, and I've made these little text boxes, and then they can type in 53, and then they can use any of the tools if they wanted to mark out that they're going to have to borrow from 80. They can mark out that they're going to borrow from 80. So if I wanted to create the line, oh, I don't, it's not letting me create the line, but I can create the line. There you go. And I can say that I borrowed. This turns into a 7. This turns into a 10. So this turns into a 7 and 27. And then you could continue to make these slides. And then the students have a little submission button in the upper right-hand corner. So that is a very simple way to create an interactive slide that looks a lot more appealing than this boring worksheet right here. So I'm going to show you how I created this. So if you don't have a Canva account, it's just canva.com, and they are actually giving teachers a free pro license. So I pay, I think, like $12.99 a month to have pro features, which is just really, really cool. Different things like gifts and things like that. But you can get that for free. So just type in Canva teacher account, and then you can fill out the application. So what's really, really nifty is Canva has, I just learned this, Canva has worksheets already pre-made. So if you go over here to the right side where it says create a design, I'm going to create a design, and I'm going to click worksheets. And it's going to bring up all of the worksheets that Canva has already pre-made for you. So we've got math worksheets, English, social studies, science, art. There's all of them galore. I'm going to start with this one right here, the missing letter. Now this is in an 8.5 by 11, which means it's perfect to print out and put on a worksheet, like on a piece of paper, but I want it to be the size of a presentation, of a Google slide. So all I have to do is click resize, and then I have presentation right here. So I'm just going to click presentation and resize. And as you can see, it resized it to be as big as the presentation. Now I get to edit all of these, all of my own. So I want to get rid of this right here. So I'm just highlighting it and deleting it. I want this one to be bigger. So I'm just going to make the title bigger here. And I want the directions maybe over here, and I can make them bigger as well. And I also just want one of the missing letters at each slide. So what I'll do, so I don't lose all of these, is I'll just hit copy. So it made me a second slide, and then I'll just delete the ones that I don't want on this slide. And I'll just make the hen super big so that it really does fit in the page. And now I have something that looks a little bit more easy to do. And then you can go through and you can do the same thing. Let's say I want bag on here. So I'm going to take away the other ones here. I'm only going to do a couple of slides. So now I can make bag really big and move it over here and make the instructions bigger. And so now I have 2 slides that are done. And I'm just going to download them as a PNG. And I'm just going to click download. So it's going to download into onto your computer. It's going to be a zip file. So you want to open the zip file before you actually try and put it into your Google Slides. So I'm just going to go to my downloads. And I'm just going to open that zip file pretty easily, just so I actually have the folder open. And now I'm going to go to this blank Google Slides. If you want to make it to where students cannot touch the background at all, you want to go to View and you want to go to Master. So this is sort of making your own template inside of Google Slides that students can't edit at all. So if I go down here and I go to a blank slide, I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm just going to upload one of the pictures from what I made previously. So I'm going to click the hen, and I'm just going to line it up and fill the whole page. And now that is a template that the students can't edit at all. And if I want to make a second one, I just click Add, and then I'm going to delete this right here, and I'm going to add in my second picture that I made with the bag, line it up. And now when I hit exit out and I go to where I would add a new slide, I have these custom slides right here that they cannot edit at all. There's no way for them to actually edit it. Like, they can't right click and change anything. Like, it is all there. So you're probably wondering, okay, now that I've got my background, how am I making this interactive? So they have to fill in the missing letter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the text box in the upper right hand area, and I'm just going to draw a text box for them. And sometimes it's hard for them to know where the text box is, so I'm going to color it a background color so that they know that they can click on it. So I'm just going to go to where it says fill color, and let's say I'm going to do it a yellow color. And I'm going to make the font bigger just by clicking the little font size. And now they have a little blank that if they click on it, it has a text box for them. And you can actually right click and copy this and then go to the next slide, right click and paste. And it will actually, accidentally clicked too many things. It will actually just paste the little box that you can drag right over here. So now that you've created the interactive slide, your question is, how can I make this an assignment now? Because we don't want them to have access to our version. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my course and I'm going to click on assignments. So basically you're in your dashboard, you'll click on your course and you'll go to assignments. And in the upper right hand corner, you'll click add assignment. And I'm just going to name this first grade missing letters. So basically what I called the Google slide in itself. And I'm going to say right here, open or click open in a new tab. And this is very good because we're going to have it actually open in a new tab so that they have all of the, it's a whole page for them. So I would maybe make that in red. And then you're going to make it an external tool. So you're going to do submission type, external tool, and you're going to click find, and you're just going to go to your Google Drive assignment, and you're just going to find the, you're going to find it in your Google Drive. I had it in the wrong Google Drive, so let's see. There we go. And then you're just going to hit submit and select. And I want you to click load this tool in a new tab. So it doesn't make it all a small little spot in the screen. It gives them a whole screen to look at. And when you're ready for them to see it, you click save and publish. So I'm going to click save and publish, and it says click open in a new tab. So then when your students click this, it opens up in a big tab, and they can click on here and they can put the letter that belongs there, and they can do the same on the next slide. And then what they will have is in the upper right hand corner, they will have a submit button. And so it will submit straight to you in Canvas, and you're going to be able to grade it a lot easier and quicker than if you had a whole stack of worksheets that you might not necessarily get through as fast. This is a lot more fun. You can put it in a center, and there won't be any no name papers, because it connects and makes a copy straight from their Google Drive, and it submits straight to you, and they can no longer lose their work. It also saves it. So if they only were able to do one slide, they can come back and the one slide is still there, and then they can go on to the next one. So that is sort of the quick version. That's sort of how Tech Thursdays are, is I show you sort of the basics, I record it, and then I also send you the step-by-step guide. So I'm going to go back to the front page, and I'm going to see if any of you guys have any questions for me at all. So, hi Tasha, how are you?
Good, and you?
Good. So, do you ladies have any questions about how to build the interactive slides?
Not yet.
No? Okay.
Not till we start doing it.
Yes. Does it seem something that you guys might be wanting to do, that you like you think that it's a cool idea?
Yes, I think my kiddos will like that during our
Yeah.
small groups.
Yes, really,
Yeah,
really good with small groups.
We already put Google Slides in there, but it's where they have to click on it to go to their Google, then they have to go back and then submit it. So this might be a little bit easier.
Good, good. Do you guys have any questions about anything else in particular? Because I want to be really respectful of your time. So if you have any questions about anything else, I can show you. But if not, then I want you to know that you can